Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Jones. Welcome back to my channel and to the second flip through of my 2024 planners. So this is my main memory planner, on camera planner, the one that you see the plan with me's in, which are linked here if you want to watch any of them. And this is my off camera planner where I plan in my own time just to have fun basically. So we'll go through the quarter two in this planner quite in depth. We'll go over things like what I did and stuff as well, and then the other one we'll just do a quick flip through. But yeah, so that's the plan for this video. So we've gone to look through April, May and June of 2024. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get straight into the spreads. So first up, April is my birthday month, and my 30th birthday was on the 13th of April 2024. And so I used birthday kits for the whole month of April. So first up we have this gorgeous kit from Scribble Prints Co. with rainbow foil, also from Scribble Prints Co. And then I used the blue cloud underlays from my shop. So things that happened this week: I went back to work to what is my full time, which is 3 days a week, and I was officially a GP trainee. I met with my line manager. We were doing calls with my bestie Sophie. Was seeing my care co. I got really overwhelmed. What else? Had a really bad day at work and I was really struggling. That carried on into the next day and I had an absolute breakdown. And then we went to our next door neighbour's 30th birthday party, which was really lovely there, and some funny things happened. If you want to look closely, we were still playing a lot of Plate Up, which if you watched my last video, my last flip through, that started creeping in there. Had a Sunday roast with my grandpa, just like a nice week all together. And so next week is my actual birthday week, which is nice. We've got no extenders on this week, which is weird. So this is my actual birthday week. This is the Level Up kit by Plannerface, and it is foil from my shop in matte lilac, which I love. So my birthday is actually the 13th, which was the Saturday. We went away for a long weekend to a spa with my besties. Some of my besties at least, some of them were missing, but yeah, so absolutely gorgeous spread here. I was listening to Fourth Wing. What else happened? We did BLS at Rangers, that's cute. Was at work, had my meeting, my clinical supervisor meeting there, completely zoning out in the evening, put on my nails, because I don't work Wednesdays, and then we were going away Thursday, Friday, so I could put on nails this day. Oh, and I was actually a teaching Wednesday, so instead of Thursday, I worked on Wednesday this week. So yeah. I had so much stress getting my prescription to take away. Nowhere had it in stock, and it was like I'd ordered it online ages ago and it just hadn't been dispatched. And then I finally got in touch with my chemist and they sent it on online, but then nowhere had it in stock either, and it was so stressful trying to get my prescription ready to go away. So I had a haircut first thing in the morning, and then we went away to my birthday weekend. We met up in Knaresborough, had a little walk around there, and then we had a port and wine tasting, which was lovely. I played snooker with my dad, and then everyone arrived and we had some spa time, which was lovely. So Tash, one of my friends, arrived earlier in the day, and then Verity, my sister, and Kate, one of my good friends, arrived later in the day, and my parents were there and Soch as well. Then on the Friday we played some Codenames to start, Codenames Disney, went to the spa, just chilling in the spa, went for a bit of a walk, then I had a massage and facial. We saw the Birds of Prey, and then we had a 3-course cheese dinner. I love cheese, like it is one of my favourite foods always. And yeah, so we had a 3-course cheese dinner, spent some time in the hot tub, and then stayed up till 2 AM playing Wingspan. Onto my actual birthday. Had a bit of a lie-in, and then I got lots and lots of gifts. I've just marked some of my favourites in there. So I got tickets to Cirque du Soleil while we were in Florida, and tickets to go scuba diving, which sadly didn't actually happen. We'll get to that in May. And then I got a new pen and lots of Lego. We had pancakes for breakfast, which is my favourite breakfast. We went into Masham and went to the shops and brewery, and we were playing a game in the brewery, and then I nearly fell down the steps. And I did fall down the steps. We had some spa time. Then we went out for a meal, and I had a gorgeous cake with Nala and Kiara little models on it, which was so cute. Had time in the hot tub, and we were playing True or False and listography to finish the day. On to Sunday. This was our last day, so we packed up and then we went to an escape room, and then to a Thai restaurant. Sorry about my computer making noise. Then said bye to my sister, and I just went for coffee with Kate and Tash. Then headed home, did some unpacking, had even more gifts, and I was just feeling very loved. It was such a good birthday week. It was really made special by my loved ones, and yeah, I'm just obsessed with that spread. Moving on to the week of the 15th of April. Again, another birthday kit, and this one is by Scribble Prints Co, and I used the foil bundle that came with it, and this is matte bronze foil, I believe. So this was the week Touch Poets Department came out, so that was a big deal to me. What else happened this week? Was having OT still, just feeling sluggish. At work, we had barely any patients, which was really unusual. Then I met Rory for CBT, so I was starting CBT, talking about psychology with Rebecca there. Had a video call with Soph. What else happened? Was reading World After. Was at work again, working on my audit. Had coffee with Rachel, and then watched a Touch Poets Department Twitch with Anna, which was really lovely. Nothing else really. Designed some underlays and stuff. Oh, I went and helped pitch tents for a DOV weekend, and then we had a date night with takeaway and movie. And then on the Sunday, it looks like I was building some of my Harry Potter Lego. So nice, simple week, cute there. And then the last birthday spread, I believe, is this one here, which is another planner face kit with lavender hollow foil. I decided to do the full double box over Wednesday and Thursday, and we actually went to see Wicked this week, which is partly why I wanted an extender here, so that you could hide Wicked, but it was, the full box was in there. So yeah, I was in pain. I don't really know why I was in pain. I don't remember this at all, but it was like tummy pain by the looks of it, but I don't know why. Really don't remember that. Having a lazy evening, building Lego. Then we had our gorgeous day where we went to Bradford to see Wicked the Musical live, because my husband hadn't seen it. I've seen it several times, and I wanted him to see it before the film came out, and then I saw that it was touring in the UK, so I asked for tickets for Christmas, so that was that. And then we had a Nando's day and lots of cuddles afterwards. Then on the Thursday, was at work, went to Roxy, which was like a night out place with work friends. We did some bowling and cocktails, and then just chatted and had pub time. That was really nice. On Friday I was back at work, and I was just exhausted from the day before. Did some reading and then just built some Lego to finish off the day. Nothing particularly exciting by the looks of it in the weekend, just feeling poorly, being in pain, doing Lego, filming, normal just stuff really. And that is it for April. I think in May we moved, oh no, we've got one more birthday kit, which is another planner face birthday kit, and this one is with sparkly hollow foil from Caress Press. So this was, yeah, because it had 2 days of April and I still did a birthday kit, why not? Anything particularly exciting happened this week? We had a games night. I was feeling poorly and doing some resting early parts of the week, had an accidental nap. Alice came about looking after our cats while we were in Florida. Had a goals call with my bestie. Was at work these 2 days, and this was a really rough day at work, and I ended up skipping dinner and just being like, fuck this, I can't cope, basically. This was our games night, and we played double herd mentality, and Nathaniel's, so this was with our neighbours, which was really, really lovely. I finished my Hogwarts Lego this day. I started building something else immediately. We're sorting pins and packing, ready to go to Disney. And the next week we go into Disney spreads. Yes, we do. Because I flew out to Orlando on the Saturday. Soch didn't fly with me, he flew the next week. We'll get into that. So this is a gorgeous Scribble Prints Co. kit. And I think it's sparkly hollow foil, maybe? Yes, sparkly hollow foil there. So what else happened this week? I had work and CBT on the Tuesday, which was very interviewy apparently. Was working on sorting pins and saw my care coordinator before I went away. And again, I had a GP teaching this day, which means I wasn't at work this day. So I went to see my grandpa because my parents had already gone away and we wanted someone to go and see him. But then I did have my smear. Go book your smear if you're due it, please. Was doing some mapping for DV, building Lego. Then was at work again and I reballed wool for the flight and it took forever and I got really stressed out doing it. So then on the Saturday I did fly out to Florida, so my husband drove me to the airport in Manchester, chilled out in the lounge for a little bit and then had my flight. On the flight I was crocheting, I watched Turning Red, the Barbie movie, and Disenchanted, was playing phone games and reading. My bag got lost for ages with there was clearly one trolley of bags missing from our plane that just hadn't made it there, and it was such a long wait to get our bags. It was endless. Then I did my first ever drive in the US, driving on the wrong side of the road. I've never done that before. Went out for an Indian meal and then my nephew wanted me to do his bedtime, so I did. And then I did some unpacking before collapsing because I was exhausted. It had been a very long day. Then on to the Sunday, I've just got that toolbox in there. We got up early and went to Cracker Barrel and then went to a state park where there was a mermaid show and animal show, and then we went to the splash park that was there. And again, I did Felix's bedtime and I'd been to Walmart with my dad to do some shopping because I love looking at Walmart and things. Then we get into actual Disney days and I'm not going to go to much over these because there are so many extenders in these spreads. I will just show you the extenders and stuff, and I did make myself more full boxes, more functionals to fit things in. As you can see, I needed them, so I will just briefly go over what we did every day. So on the Monday we found out my sister was pregnant. She did a pregnancy test because we were doing our first Disney evening that evening. We did Disney After Hours. This is Scribble Prints Co. kit with Planner Pixie Co. foil that I foiled myself in blue and purple. So yeah, we found out my sister was pregnant and then we went to Tampa Zoo for the day, and then in the evening me, my mum and my sister did Magic Kingdom After Hours, and you can see all of the rides we went on. It was such a good thing. I really, really loved that. Then on Tuesday, my sister, brother-in-law, brother and dad went to Kennedy Space Centre. I've been several times and I'm just not that bothered about it, so me and my mum went shopping and had a shopping day. We went to a Disney outlet and stuff, and then I went to collect Soch and we swapped cars, so we were both on the new car. Went out for dinner, and I had an argument with my sister this evening, which me and my sister very rarely argue, so this was a huge shock. And then we had our first normal Disney day on the Wednesday, and we went to Epcot, and this was the first day my nephew was experiencing Disney at all. As you can see, we did do absolutely tons. I went for a lie down in the evening and just fell asleep, but yeah, we did so much in Disney, so I'm not going to go over all of it. I'm just going to say we went to Epcot this day. Then on to the Thursday, we then went to Hollywood Studios, which is beautiful there, and we ate at Rodeo Roundup and stayed for Fantasmic. On the Friday we went to Epcot in the afternoon and toured the World Showcase, so yeah, just that there. Then on Saturday we went and swam with manatees, which was super, super cool. I really, really loved it. Yeah. And then on to Sunday we went to Magic Kingdom for the day. So we'd done all of the parks except Animal Kingdom this week. So as you can see, loads of rides again. But yeah, so that is the week of the 13th of May. Moving on to the 20th of May, I made date covers for this because the date covers that came were colour blocked, but I was using the extra colour, so I couldn't have colour blocked date covers. So again, very full on Disney week, loads and loads of extenders. I will just run through them. So on Monday we went to Animal Kingdom, as you can see, lots of rides, and then we went across to Magic Kingdom as well for the Happily Ever After fireworks there. On Tuesday we had a Typhoon Lagoon day, and me and my husband went on a date night to Olive Garden in the evening. On to Wednesday we did Animal Kingdom again, and yeah, ate at the T-Rex restaurant in Disney Springs in the evening. Then on Thursday, so this is a double box here, which is cute. Thursday we did Magic Kingdom, and it was so ridiculously hot this day. I literally remember how hot it was. Me and my husband had a meal booked for one of my birthday presents. So we stayed when other people went, and we went to Animal Kingdom Lodge and ate at Sana. Sadly, when we got back, we found out my sister had gone to urgent care because she was having some spotting, but everything was alright. They got checked out and they had an ultrasound and everything was looking normal, so that was really reassuring. Because obviously she was pregnant, and very early pregnant. She's like 6 weeks, I think, at this point. But I have a nephew now, so all's well that ends well. Friday we were at Hollywood Studios, and then we went to Epcot in the evening for the fireworks. Saturday we went on a gator boat trip and then to Gatorland, and then went to the Splash Park in the evening. Anything on Sunday? Sunday we went back to Epcot, got stuck on Test Track in super hot weather. Then my brother-in-law was going, and my brother was off to do a little bit of a tour before he left, I think. And then in the evening we went to Disney Springs. That was just me, my sister and my husband at Disney Springs. Moving on to the week of the 27th. I don't think I've been saying, by the way, this was Scribble Prints kit. All three of those kits so far are Scribble Prints Co. This one is Caress Press, and again I used extra colour. I will go over like the numbers at the end of the video of like shops and foils. So on Monday we went to St. Augustine's, which is the oldest town in Florida, I believe. I wasn't feeling 100%, so I had some rest and things. On Tuesday we went to Magic Kingdom, and then moved across to Epcot to eat at Space 220. We then went to the Splash Park at the Villa, and my period was really, really late, and so I took a pregnancy test because it was possible that I could be pregnant. We hadn't been trying, but it was possible. And it was negative, and I was really, really upset. I didn't actually put this in at the time because I didn't really want to share that like we weren't not trying, if you see what I mean. So yeah, and I was really upset at the time. Obviously I am now, at the filming of this video, I am 34 weeks pregnant. Yeah, so I think by the time you see it I'm like pretty much on my due date, but yeah. So I was just really, really upset at this point, and I just didn't really want to get into it in the video, so I didn't. Because it would have been really nice to be pregnant, because at this point I knew my neighbour was pregnant as well, and my sister was pregnant. I didn't know yet, but one of my best friends was pregnant as well. She's also had a little boy. Unfortunately my neighbour didn't. We'll get into that later. But yeah, and then in the evening we went to the Happily Ever After fireworks. On to the Wednesday we went to Animal Kingdom and did Animal Kingdom that day, and then in the evening me and my husband went to see, well, I think we went to like the matinee actually of Cirque du Soleil, and then we ate at Helios, and there was the Dreams That Soar drone show started whilst we were there, and we just happened to be eating at Helios that day, and we could go out and watch it from there, like little thing, which was amazing. So that was really, really cool to see. On to the Thursday, looks like we went to Epcot for the day. We got very, very stuck on Frozen and actually had to get evacuated, which was really interesting. What else? Yeah, went to Cheesecake Factory in the evening because you can't go to Florida without going to America without going to Cheesecake Factory, in my opinion. On to Friday, we went to Magic Kingdom and ate at Crystal Palace and met Eeyore, Winnie, Piglet and Tigger. Of course, and then in the afternoon we went to Typhoon Lagoon. I played in the Splash Park with my nephew. My brother had come back this day, I think, and we went to Kobe Japanese, which was a really bizarre experience for me. On to Saturday, my family went off to the space launch except me and mum, but then it got cancelled unfortunately, which was really frustrating for them. Me and my mum had gone and done some shopping, and then we had our last Disney day at Hollywood Studios, and did lots of things there and watched Fantasmic, and yeah, so that was that day there, which was really sadly our last Disney day. On the Sunday, it was my sister's last day in America. She was taking my nephew back during this day, but sadly we'd gone off to do our scuba dive, which I'd got for my birthday, but unfortunately the waves were way too, the tide was too strong and the visibility was really poor, so we just went to the beach, and it was definitely the right decision to not scuba because there were massive waves and the visibility would have been terrible, and my sister got a refund because she'd bought me it for my birthday. But yeah, so that was that day there, and we do have our last couple of days in Florida in June, but we didn't use a Disney kit for that. So this was actually a really exciting quarter. It was like birthday, Disney, and then like just settling back to sort of slightly more normal life. So we flew back on the Tuesday together, and then went back to work on the, both went back to work on the Thursday. So this is my wedding kit. This is from Plannerface, and it is exclusive art drawn by Ryan for my wedding. So there's like, this is the room we had our wedding reception in. The animals are all animals that you could see at our wedding, and this is my dress and stuff like that. So yeah, so this was when we went home. On the Monday we went to the we did a bit of shopping and then just had a chill swim and stuff, and then on the Tuesday again we just had a chill start to the day, and then me and my husband flew home. My parents were flying home, I want to say on the Thursday, but yeah, just crocheted on the flight and tried to sleep because it was a red eye, but didn't really sleep. Then Wednesday we arrived home and went and got our car from my brother-in-law's house. Had a nap when we got back because we were so tired because we barely slept. Decided to watch Guardians of the Galaxies because we really loved the ride, and yeah, we were really tired, so that was that. On to Thursday we were back at work. Soch, bless him, went into work and then discovered he was meant to be doing 12 till 8, which was gross. I feel like we watched the second half of Guardians of the Galaxy, but then I couldn't sleep even though I was so tired because I'd had a nap earlier, which just, yeah, whoops. That is well, that's what are words? Jet lag for you. On the Friday, again, I was at work. It was a really busy day at work, and then we had a takeaway and I fell asleep on the sofa. This was basically just a jet laggy week. Our wedding anniversary wasn't actually this week, it was the Tuesday. We got married on the 11th, but I used this kit this week because we went to London the following week, so I wanted to use the London kit for that. Again, just like exhaustion all weekend and sorted out the office a little bit. Not a very exciting week, but yeah, came home. Then this week we went off to London for the weekend to celebrate one of our best friend's 30th birthdays, and it was her 30th birthday, I believe, on the Friday, but we had our weekend to celebrate it. So I had my last OT session on this day, which was really positive. Had a planning call with my bestie, had a CBT appointment. Then on our wedding anniversary I was just at work, was doing some online teaching, had cuddles, watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and we did watch our wedding video. So I have the video that I've put on my channel where I am singing in the background, which played while we signed the registry, and had loads of wedding photos in, and also a video that my bestie Sophie made for us for our birthday. Then on Wednesday we had teaching. That was kind of it. So I won't have been at work on the Wednesday, so I was just doing random stuff, got my hair cut, went and had my bloods done for my medication and stuff, ran it into my hairdresser bizarrely at the doctor's. She'd just had her baby and she was taking her baby in for something. That's there. Then on the Friday I was at work, had therapy because I was having therapy and CBT at this point, which was a lot. Then we actually decided to go to our besties down in London this day. So we drove down and chatted to her in the evening. Then the party main stuff was on the Saturday. So we got the train actually into central London and then had a buffet lunch, went to a pub and did some chatting, played mini golf. Then we had a boat party on the Thames, which was really cool. And there's lots of photograph taking and lots of dancing. It was like classic kind of night out sort of thing. And then me, Sweater and Soch just chilled out together for a bit on the Sunday before we drove home. And that is our London week. And then we're back to just sort of normal weeks, I think. So I think we've got 3 more spreads to show you. No, just 2 more spreads to show you. But these are like more normal spreads. So of course it's June, so we have to have a Pride spread. I was really struggling this week with my brain health, which is, something. Had lunch with one of my good friends on the Monday. I don't actually think I've seen him since then. Had my CBT assessment and found that really hard. Guides, we did a penny walk. I had a crap day at work and I was just really low, but they needed me at guides, so I went. The following day I talked to my care coordinator about how my mood has been really crap recently and I'm really worried about it because my mood was definitely the worst it had been for a while. By the way, this is a planner face kit where I fully colour blocked rainbowed with rainbow foil from Scrapbook Prints Co. Then I was at work on Thursday and Friday. I chatted to Rachel for a very long time on this day, whoops. And then I had counselling and I talked about a friend and things there. Made a planner. I don't remember what planner that was. I was just really not in a good place. I was losing my shit and frustrated. Like, that isn't me. Like, putting that sort of thing in isn't me at all. Like, I don't lose my shit. I'm not a frustrated human. Like, that's not who I am. I was really struggling this day and my next door neighbour had a party because it was her 30th birthday. Yes, me, my husband and both of my next door neighbours turned 30 all of this year, which was really weird. It's just like weird they all like lined up like that. So yeah, that was that day. And then the last week for this spread is probably one of my favourites. Like, I feel like I need to just show you a proper foil wiggle with this spread because this is one of those where I loved the kit when I first bought it, but it was an older kit and I wasn't that excited to use it. But then the foil pairing I came up with, I was just like chef's kiss obsessed. So yeah, just gonna show that off a little bit more. So this last week I had CBT, my sister had her 12-week scan and all was good, which obviously we'd just been nervous from her bleeding in the States. Every little thing would be alright. We were lead training the cats, putting up art in our house, collected a car. Don't know why the car was in, but we collected a car. Had a long chat with my friend on the phone. He was having a really tough time at work at this point. I was obviously also struggling. I'm not quite sure why I wasn't at work this day. Who knows? Is that? Yeah. I worked this day, but I didn't work either of these days. I'm not quite sure I know why. Presumably I'd taken some leave, but I thought I'd used all of my leave pretty much for Florida, so who knows. But anyway, wasn't at work. But like I did loads of things, so presumably I had taken it off, but I don't know why these days. But anyway, was doing some crocheting, struggling, was at Milton House, playing with my nephew. They'd come up for the weekend. Not sure, oh, because it was my mum's birthday weekend. My mum's birthday is the 2nd of July, so we have a barbecue for her birthday, but she was actually poorly and actually ended up having to go to hospital in the morning and being late for her own barbecue, poor thing. So yeah, and that is it for the quarter wrap up, the quarter flip through. So I think favourite spreads are probably obvious. This one for April. May, I think it's this one. and June is this one here. So that's it for my on-camera planner, the one that you see the spreads in. But we will quickly go over, oh hang on, before I do that, let's go over some stats. So I used just 3 different shops. So I used Plannerface, and I used 7 Plannerface kits. I used 5 Scribble Prints Co kits and 1 Caress Press kit. I used 2 special golds, mostly champagne lights I think, 1 silver, 2 purple, 2 sparkly hollow, 2 lavender hollow, 1 red, 1 blue, 2 rainbow and 1 gold spread in this quarter. So now we're going to flick over to my off-camera planner, and we are just going to quickly go through the same weeks, starting with April. So again, we do have Disney kits, but I didn't use extenders and stuff here. So yeah, we've got this is an odd loop kit with foil from Scribble Prints Co. It looks like it was a leftover foil one. Then we have this Plannerface kit with black foil from Scribble Prints Co. there for my actual birthday week, and I very rarely put extenders in this planner, but I did put one in on my actual birthday to share everything that happened. Then we have another Plannerface kit with sparkly hollow foil from Scribble Prints Co. again there. And then the last week we do have another Scribble Prints Co. kit with foil from Pink Diamond Planner Co. in matte bronze, and again this was the day we saw Wicked. So yeah, that's April. As I said, I am just flipping through these quickly just so you can see them. Apparently I didn't use a birthday kit in this planner, but this is a Plannerface kit here, and foil is from Scribble Prints Co. It's a lot of mixed foil. I got really confused for a second because there's some sweets stuff. It's just like a mixed foil bundle I've put together there. Then we're on to more Disney kits. So we have this one from Scribble Prints Co. with holographic foil again from Scribble Prints Co. Next one is again another Scribble Prints Co kit. There is a lot of Scribble Prints Co because she does do a lot of Disney kits, and this is mixed metal sparkly hollow lavender hollow there. Then this kit I actually don't know where it's from. I think my friend bought it and I printed and cut it for her, and I decided to print and cut myself one because my mum loves Winnie the Pooh and I love Winnie the Pooh, so I thought I'd use it at some point, and then I ended up using it whilst we were in Florida. So that's that week. I don't know where that kit is from, but the foil is from Scribble Prints Co. And then last Disney week we have this Cafe with Anna gorgeous kit, and foil is from Scribble Prints Co. And again we do actually have an extender on this day. I don't know how I decided that day was getting an extender but other days weren't. I don't always make sense in my own brain, but yeah, that day it did get an extender there. And then on to June. So we had the week that we travelled home, so I used this at home film kit here to do that. And actually it was a very lazy week at the end of the week. It was just like trying to get through work, going back to work and stuff there. This is a Scribble Prints Co kit and the foil is Caress Press. Then we have a birthday kit for my friend's birthday weekend in London, and we are using green foil here from Scribble Prints Co again, and as I said it's my friend's birthday party. Then we did I did a rainbow spread for Pride with old Plannerface freebies. This is very, very different to how I normally plan, and it looks really empty in some ways to me. I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about this spread, but yeah, it is Plannerface freebies basically. And then the last spread, because we're April, May, June, is this one here, which is another Scribble Prints Co kit with foil from Plannerface, and as I said, this was my mum's birthday weekend, so that's that kit there. So favourites in this planner, I think probably in April this one is my favourite. In May, I think this one's my favourite in May, and then June I think this one. So I think they're my 3 favourites. So in this planner I used a bigger selection of shops. So I used 5 Planner Face, 5 Scribble Prints Co., 1 Odd Loop, 1 I don't know where from, and 1 Cafe with Anna this quarter. Then foil wise we had 2 purple, 1 silver, 2 blue, 1 matte bronze, 2 hollow, 1 gold, 1 green, 1 black, 2 sparkly hollow, 1 red and 1 rose gold. So yeah, that is quarter 2 in my planners. We obviously do have 3 and 4 still to go. I'm just loving looking back at memories and stuff. It's so much fun to flick back through and see what happened, and I am going to leave you with my birthday spread because that was the most important week in quarter 2. Like in some ways, obviously Disney was a huge part of quarter 2 as well. So yeah, comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz. Let me know what your favourite spread I have in the 2 planners was in quarter 2. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!